So today we're going to answer 5 of the more popular questions we get about the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. First, what is it? What is the VICP for short? So the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program was set up by Congress, by the government, to award compensation to individuals who unfortunately experienced an injury or side effect due to a vaccination. The VICP was created as a way to allow individuals who did experience injuries a way to get compensation rather than trying to pursue a lawsuit against a vaccine manufacturer or a vaccine administrator. The second question we get a lot is, how is it funded? Where is the money coming from? Is it tax-based? Are taxpayers paying for this fund? The Vaccine Injury Compensation Program covers certain vaccines. And for each of these vaccines, vaccine manufacturers who create them and develop them pay an excise tax for each dose that they create. The excise tax is 75 cents per dose. And so for each vaccine that gets created, money gets added to the VICP fund. The third question we get a lot is, how does it work? How can I apply for compensation? The fund, or the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, is administered through the U.S. Court of Federal Claims. So you're filing a petition with that court for money damages. And in that petition, you have to allege that you received a covered vaccine, that you were injured by that vaccine, and you have to comply with some of the other criteria, such as statutes of limitations and other jurisdictional requirements. Once you file that petition, the government will assign somebody from the Department of Health and Human Services to review the petition, review your medical records, and any other evidence that you want to submit in support of your claim. At some point, that representative from HHS will determine whether you are entitled to compensation, or for some reason they're disputing your entitlement to compensation. Any disputes will be resolved in the U.S. Court of Federal Claims by a special master. If you want to learn more about how the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program works, I wrote a book about it called Understanding the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. You can get a free copy of this book by texting VICP to 312-847-2428. Fourth question we get a lot is, can I sue a vaccine manufacturer or my medical provider for my vaccine injury? And the short answer to that is no, you cannot. First, you're going to have to file a petition in the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. That's how the statute is written. You need to pursue compensation through that program. However, if you go through the program and you reach a decision from the special master, whether you're entitled to compensation or not entitled to compensation, you do have the right to reject that decision and to then pursue a civil claim against either a vaccine manufacturer or vaccine provider. The fifth question we get a lot is, what's the most that's ever been awarded in the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program? Which vaccine was it, and what kind of injury was it? So first, I'll preface this by saying, in the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, your damages are limited. They're limited to medical care, out-of-pocket medical expenses. They include any lost wages or earnings. And then there's pain and suffering damages. For pain and suffering damages, those are further limited by a statutory cap. So as it currently stands, a petitioner cannot be awarded more than $250,000 for pain and suffering damages. So the largest ever award in the program was $101 million for an infant who received a MMR vaccine. Now you're probably wondering, where's all the other money coming from if they're capped at $250,000? Well, the majority of that award was for future medical care. There was a significant sum of money set aside for the future medical care of that child, which he or she was going to need for the rest of their life. So that's where the majority of those funds came from. And that's true for most of the higher awarded cases in this program. They're going to be for future medical needs, or if somebody cannot pursue their employment anymore or keep their job anymore, for lost wages or income. Thank you so much for watching. If I didn't get to a question that you have about the vaccine injury compensation program or any other question about vaccine injuries, feel free to leave it in the comment section and we'll make sure to include it in a future video. If you want to learn more about how the vaccine injury compensation program works, how to file a claim, I'd invite you to watch the next video where we go more in depth on that topic.